These are the best highlights from today's 2024 LPL Summer Split matchup.
There's going to be on this side of the map as well, as we already have move from Jin Zhao and Hung.
Certainly do. Could be a scrap on that top side. I mean, Scout level 6, so he's got that Emperor's Divide, but Azir not exactly a champion fit. Oh. Hung is getting cheeky with it. He's not been spotted. Okay, he's going to Hex Flash out the back of the pit to keep himself safe for now. As Weiwei moves in. It's going to be a smite off for the first one. Meteor grabs that. Weiwei could do with getting at least one of these
first
grubs. Certainly does. That's Weiwei grabbing one. So at least we'll get the double XP for that first grub, and I think LNG, they're happy with that. They got the one.
They got the one. They can come back and fight for the next spawn there. But it will be really nice for LGD to get 2 grubs. It sets them up to try to get those 4. Obviously, Haichao.
Oh, look at this. Engage from Scout. The follow-up from Hug as well. Haichao has to dip into topside river just to survive. Can take control of this one. So they got one of the grubs and they get the Drake. It's a minor win overall for LNG. Nothing too significant. Gold's still dead even at this point, but still a positive start to the game for them.
Also a power point that if you give a little bit of gold to, will have a ton of setup potential for you, and already up in CS in the lane too.
All right, no. Birdall dives in as he turns mini. I don't think that was the timing he was looking for. Birdall, what was that?
Bold, Cotton, bold as, oh god, Scout.
Oh yeah. Yeah, has to use his killer instinct. He'll be okay.
Maybe feeling a little bit fearful, actually.
And honestly, this is good for LNG. The longer this stalemate goes on, the more of those ultimates will become available. Who needs them? They just dive on in onto Jin Zhao. They've got a 5v3 to start fights. Haichao and Birdall finally arriving. The sleep onto 3. Solar Flare comes in. And Weiwei taken out of the picture. LNG still with 4 members trying to fight this one out as Gala's 1v1ing Birdall on the top side. And Scout getting AoE down. There's a smite out from Meteor. Jump forwards from Gala here as they try and finish off these health bars. LGD so low as Zika finishes one, and Gala's chasing for more, finds the snipe as LGD sent away, losing a 5v4 with an equalizer. It's going from bad to worse for LGD. Emperor's Divide just came over the last second, and Meteor can't finish the kills. It's one snipe for Birdall, but one giant leap for LNG.
Somebody just cracked open the bank vault and gold just started spilling out everywhere. We literally had 1 kill in 10 minutes and now it's 2-5. LNG come out massively. They will deny at least the 4 grub, but we got fights.
We certainly do. Jin Zhao might have gone in too early though. I don't know if he can survive long enough here. He's pretty tanky. Haichao's arrived, but now he's alone in the play. Birdall gets onto the scene. 1-for-1 in the re-engaged version of the fight as Gala doesn't have any sums and Birdall has found him in a 1v1. What is happening in the map right now as Scout gets another one? Zik has re-arrived on the scene as he comes in the bottom side of that river. And look at Xiaoya. Xiaoya's like, you know what, lads? I'm getting a minion wave.
Let's calm down a little bit. We don't even need any kind of color casting here. It's just go buttons and fighting by LNG and LGD. Speaking of.
Oh, Scout. He's caught underneath the tower. Oh my god, Birdall. 2 solo kills in a single fight. Birdall kills off Gala, kills off Scout. Revenge for that death in the laning phase.
Zika's just like, guys, what happened? Birdall is 4-1 now. Both top laners gonna have massive impact on this game as well. Zika getting his own little bit of goal. Oh, come on.
What is going on? What is in the water? Like,
I
don't know what has inspired these players.
I don't need to talk about what's happening. It's perfect.
I mean, yeah, for us, as a double play-by-play, this is the perfect game right now. It's a killer minute so far as LGD grab themselves a Drake. Doesn't look like LNG are... I daren't say they're not contesting because I feel like...
It outhands you. I think you're taking advantage of some of the split fighting nature of this, but this is the latter half of the fight after the first series had already gone down.
Yeah, I mean, Gala traded for Haichao, the supports traded, and then Scout just oversteps. I mean, this was honestly LNG kind of winning the play because they won the previous fight, and then this was LGD's answer to them winning that fight, right? Scout overstepping means it ends up being a positive play for LGD. However, then Zika just walks up and kills Birdall, so then it becomes a neutral play again. I guess the only advantage from all of that was the fact that LGD got one extra grub, so Meteor gets one jungle camp ahead.
Yep, that's what we'll say. We'll come away with it that way. So he will also have the Leandries completed now coming out of base, so a little bit of strength there. But LNG, we're looking to start up the Rift Herald, and that'll get some standing gold for them out on the map. But this is also a situation we can talk a little bit about that forward engage, that setup that is so strong for LNG. We are seeing some of the damage profiles rebuff that a little bit now that we're getting first items as well. It might even make that a little bit more difficult to handle. LGD holding their heads a little bit above water here, even if they're starting to drown.
It's definitely LNG with the advantage, isn't it? Kills on LGD are on Birdo right now, and he's still 1,000 gold down in the top side. Scout now has an advantage after losing out early in the laning phase. Gala is massively ahead in the bot side. Like, doesn't feel like there are many advantages for LGD. They want to make an advantage in this top side as Birdo actually flashes forward, looking for the Mega Gnar, gets the double stun, Solar Flare comes on in. It's a great little combo for LGD, and Meteor sweeps up his first kill.
That's a lot of shutdown gold going to Meteor as well there.
I thought it was an early flash. I was so incredibly wrong. Great little flash there. This has been a very high and low game for Birdall, hasn't it? He's had some insane moments. He's also had some terrible moments. I've never seen an individual game look this dramatic, I guess. Wait, tries to get in the Herald, smite it away. It does feel like LNG are the ones in control of the map right now. Scout's moved up to the top side as he has his TP available. Look at this, though. Haichao wants to set up for a dive onto Scout. This will mean LNG get themselves this Drake pretty much for free.
They don't have Mega Gnar, though. They're going to have to use Birtle's Midi Gnar to get this. And Scout's just killing him here now. Haichao goes over.
Oh, no! He's already used the jump as well. Birtle trying to get him. Zonya's isn't enough, I don't think so, but with the shield it is! Gets back under the tower, clears the minion wave, Haichao comes under! And they will survive, barely!
In complete control of this bottom side of the map, they'll be getting themselves a second dragon and start that stacking for themselves. Haichao getting nice standing gold for LGD in the side lane, though, himself.
I can't believe how hard that was for Haichao to Scout. Full raid boss mode right there, where, like, if they didn't come in beforehand and already know the strategy, I feel like just punishing the fact that the enemy carries are so far, or at least the enemy bot lane carry is so far behind. Like, you still have the advantage, right? Without the scaling.
Oh, no.
Once again, 2v1 under the tower. This time, it works out for LGD.
Hey, they get it. They don't have any trouble, and they get the outer tower, too, so they'll get a ton of gold. And they have shrunk this lead down to about 1,000 gold for LNG.
Single out Scout. It has worked. It's sort of gone pear-shaped a little bit as well. Birdall has found a good flank, but spotted on a ward in the end. Drake started by LGD, and oh my god, Jin Zhao tries to start the fight. He was hoping for Birdall follow-up, but he just evaporated. And now LNG can move straight into the river. Meteor sent away. He wants to get in for... No, don't hit him into the Drake. Okay, doesn't get the smite. Hung is going to go down as Haichao is free-firing. It's a good equalizer. Xiaoya separated as Wei Wei goes down. He's 3v3 right now, and Haichao's looking for more onto Gala as well. Flash available for Gala. Might have to use it. Used it too late. And it's a triple for Haichao. Zika down. LGD, they lose the Drake, but they can go Baron. They're on the Baron. Wei Wei's not up for 8 more seconds. Jin Zhao has arrived back on the scene. That is a Baron for LGD in exchange for Soul Point, but also a boatload of gold into Haichao's pocket.
Yeah.
And all things considered, LNG falling short in the fight. Haichao left to just hammer away. Take over now, 12-10. It's a slight gold lead for LGD, but Jin Zhao is found again. He's just not tanky, is he?
He just can't find a break, man. It feels like every series for LGD. Jin Zhao is unfortunately just getting caught a little bit overboard, and now...
Meteor, that's not your team. I don't know if you... maybe he seemed to be standing with his teammates there, then suddenly realized that's not his teammates. You're way too close.
Well, unfortunately for LGD, they do still have a lead. They were able to carve that one back for the first time in the game itself, but they keep having little blunders. And honestly, it's been a big part to what has been a big issue for LGD. We do see them getting a side lane tier 2, though, for a little bit of that standing gold to Birtle.
Reset through for Birtle. We'll be able to get that out.
Fight last time, Munch.
He's just turned Mega. There we go. Great opportunity. 2 slammed into the wall. LNG sent away. It's only Hung damaged so far as Scout moves in from the side, and Birdol is about to turn mini. As the Drake comes up, Scout aggressed upon, but has that shield, so won't take too much damage there. And LGD now, their engage tools are on cooldown, their Meganar is on cooldown. Can they actually contest at this point? Equalizer comes down, the poke damage not really sticking from LNG here. We're just going to go into the pit and go for the 50-50, and it lands for LNG. That's Infernal Soul. Can they survive the fight this time around? Full retreat as they try and escape 1-for-1 so far. Zika next to fall as it's 2 for LGD. Gala, he's not retreating. He's looking for a little bit more.
Wants
Moving
it.
forwards. 1v4 from Gala here, but the Mystic shots go wide. He can't quite find those skill shots. Meteor jumps on forward, flashed away from Xiaoya, dives on it, but goes down! Gala finds the one-on-one against Xiaoya. Scout forced to flash now. Haichao will find a bonus. Gala just going for way too much.
Bit of a trade in gold back from it, though, as the outer tower taken down by Meteor. Really, really good fighting from Haichao there. He's on.
Gala doesn't have to
No,
fight
that
this.
ain't Gala's name. He's
just
writing that
retreat.
new page in the book, Munch. We're going straight to the new page, though. Baron up.
Baron is very much up. They're going to have another smite fight on our hands. Meteor gets into the pit, gets the Baron. LNG just 50-50 it. And now with Infernal Soul, can they actually win a team fight? They've not been able to win a team fight basically all game long. And LGD are doing it again. Meteor dives on in, lilting Lullaby on 2. Gala cleanses it. Here's your 1v4 again, Gala. Can he turn it around this time? Not this time either. The Dream Laden bow swinging around. And Meteor moving into the base. Are they going to end the game?
No way! NIP did it last night. They doubled their wins on the Rumble stage. And LGD, they're looking at bot lane right now, Munch. They're looking to take down LNG game 1.
I can't believe what I'm witnessing. LNG get Infernal Soul, lose 2 back-to-back fights, flip Baron, and lose the game instantly. Xiaoya really didn't get to impact the previous game that much. Wants to change that story, grabbing Draven. And also just a really great pick into Rel. You can just obviously cancel out the crash down, which is fantastic. Around, Scout is on Lucian, not Azir. So the level 6 mark, a little bit more significant. LNG with a bit more early presence this time around. Birdol on that Rumble wants to try and contest, but he's put himself in a flanked position. And the roots hit. How did that hit? It's by a pixel. Locked up and taken down. First blood for Zika, and suddenly that top lane don't look so bad.
LGD, though, on the back end of it, might be able to take these grubs away. See if LNG want to stick around for it, but a really good capitalization, and also just giving Zika in the side lane a little bit of resources on the Aatrox is huge.
Yeah, so off of tempo, LGD can grab themselves these grubs because, you know, ultimates were used by the side of LNG. Can't really fight at this point. So 3 grubs. Ooh.
But it is going to be a consistent focus towards bot side right now, as well as 3v3s a brewing, Munch.
Gala's going to try and finish off that wave. Moves on over Jin Zhao, the target. Needs to get clipped by the ult as Hung has just gone in, and Jin Zhao is just gone. Xiaoya chased away by Hung as the rest of the team moves in. Built-in Lullaby onto 2 here, but Meteor don't really have any follow-up damage. And that Locket getting big value as Gala dives in 2v1. He is feeling it today, and rightly so. One more Mystic shot flashed away, but that'll be Drake for LNG.
Right as rain for LNG as we go through it, but it is something where they need to consistently keep the pedal to the metal.
They certainly do. That's Birdol using his ultimate. Oh, faking the
way.
recall. Zika's going the top side. Birdol with the genius play in the top side. Fakes the recall, finds a kill.
Scouts on vision.
I mean, once again, both LGD solo laners group up to try and do something against Scout. Wei in the brush, though. And this time the TP comes in. This time it's the numbers advantage for LNG. Birdol, the one, caught out. And that'll be gifted over to Scout as well. Nice bit of a gold injection for the mid lane of LNG.
I seriously don't think the phrase "love him at his worst, get him at his best" has ever fit somebody so well besides Birdol this series. Incredible stuff, and then straight into a bad play, and now
roots.
LNG
looking for another one. Jin Zhao with a really nice anchor toss, but still pulled straight back in and still taken down. Meteor in the mix as Xiaoya is just in the middle of everyone. And Haichao now chased out of the top side. It's a double kill for Scout. That's 3 kills in as many minutes for Scout.
Oh, he angry, all right. I mean, he is tearing them a new one. And so are LNG. They should not have lost that first game of the series. And they are here to put LGD in their place. They will look to deny the grub again from them as well.
Yeah, it'll be 3 grubs apiece here. Wait. Actually, doesn't have his smite available. I don't know if they can finish this in time. I think LNG is just going to concede. They're happy with 2. They've denied 4 at least. And they've got Wei his XP from the couple there. Like, with your adoration stacks, you can't afford to play that risky in early fights. You just can't. Like, unless the kill is right there for you. It's not like anyone was like 1 HP away from dying or anything. Just bit of an overstep. It's all right.
Just came to those big slip-ups around the later game objective fights. We are seeing that Haichao is going to be pounced on by Scout over here, though.
Scout uses the culling, but Jin Zhao denies any chance. Haichao nearly went down for that one, but it is a kill onto Scout once again.
A Scout that did have a 3-1 start to this one, or at least 3-0 start to it. Oh, that's huge.
Gala walks straight into it. He doesn't have cleanse. He's got barrier here. He's just gonna melt. Beautiful little swill seed from Meteor. LGD's willingness and ability to punish LNG when they do make these mistakes, because like LGDs of the past would not find these punishes. You know, I feel like this is definitely growth for the team and for the organization in general. Like the difference between LGD this summer versus every other, even though they're 0-6, they're 0-6 in a group against the very best teams in the LPL. Like, you know, it was always going to be a hard group for LGD. The fact that they made it here at all is already like massive improvement. This is an organization that's usually finishing in like 16th place. The fact they're in this top group, and the fact that they are taking multiple top teams to 3 games, the fact they might even have a chance of winning out this series against LNG is a tribute to how much LGD have managed to grow as a team. Pressure from LGD on this bot, tier 1. Haichao desperately trying to finish it and will be able to do so. Tanked a couple of tower shots, which weakens the potential fight for LGD. And Scout will be able to trade it on the opposite side of them. I feel like all series long, every single time we see LGD take a tower, Scout is somewhere taking a different tower. He's on 2 items already. Really
nice stuff there. LGD, though, they're looking to get mid lane prio because we do have that dragon coming up. Would be a second one for LNG. They are setting up plenty around this, though. TP can come in.
Roots have come through, as is the Rel, the Metal Horse, setting up for Scout to take them down. The Lightslinger, and here comes Zika to impact the backline. Meteor gets a 3-man sleep, though, and a chance to turn things around. Birdle dives in alongside him. Scout burns to death as well, and LGD have miraculously found their way into the fight. The charge in the middle of everything from Birdle as the tower goes down. How the hell have LGD got away with that one?
What is happening on my screen right now, Munchables? LGD are pulling fights out of the brink of nothing. Where has this LGD been?
They've been struggling. They've been battling through group ascending. So, like, you know, it looked like Meteor had been betrayed for a second there, but Birdle, master of ceremonies, it seems. Master at the moment, at very least. Xiao, stunned up, rooted up. And it's another blunder from LGD's bot lane. This will be heartbreak for LGD if LNG can just grab Baron here. LGD looking like they want to fight, but it's 4v5
they haven't seen Zika.
Here.
The news.
LNG. Zika comes behind the roster. They can't quite finish the kills. Jin Zhao low. Birdle diving onto the backline himself, but he doesn't have the damage. And LNG, they play it well. They hold on. Just on the brink of 2 items there. Same for Birdle. 3-3-1. Just on the brink of 2 items. I feel like both of them have the picks and the power on them to potentially carry something. Hung has found a flank. How the hell did he get there? Jin Zhao is found. And forget the top laners. I guess it's about the supports after all.
We saw exactly this happen last time. They were willing to start up the Baron. Ooh, Haichao getting a decent amount of poke on Nagala there in the end, but it is a massive catch out, and Hug finds another one!
That's a bit of an aggressive position from Haichao, will be punished. Zika just pokes him. Birdle's in the area too. Equalizer can be extremely valuable in a Baron pit if Meteor can get into. There's the Equalizer going down, but they just jump onto Meteor. He was on a ward. And LGD, one by one, being picked apart. Xiaoya trying to move in here. I don't think there's much to be done for LGD. Jin Zhao spot on the sapling. Just vision, dominance, and punishment from it for LNG.
I'll just say a little bit of questionable decision making from LGD across the entire board here. It's looking a little bit like a horror movie now. LGD consistently finding some rough decisions.
That is true, but I've also never seen you and Michael Myers in the same room.
True.
So
I've never seen you and Michael Myers. Oh my God, we could keep this going all night. It'd be great.
Tier 2's traded here. As, I mean, in terms of gold, it's definitely all LNG right now, but LGD, at least they get something off of the back of their, I can't remember who was caught out. I think it was Haichao was caught out on the bot side. Maybe it was Birdall. I can't remember. But LNG, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed, honestly, that you don't want to see it. Here we go. TP play onto Scout. It's just the bread and butter play at this point for LGD. The Scout just dashes away. Haichao will be able to finish the job. So there we go. A pick for LGD. What else can they find? Be
a tough climb. LNG, though, I think they have a lot of decision-making power here. They can obviously start off any fight with Weiwei, but I think Hung has been the big unlocking factor on this rel, and we see that being the case here, too.
Jin Zhao hooks himself to safety. This time not caught. He's had a pretty rough series, it has to be said. I think Jin Zhao overall, a player that this year, I feel like he's had some really big series. Oh my God, Gala just goes 2v1 and he wins it as well. Xiaoya down. Gala has reinforcements and Zik is not stopping anytime soon. Charges in towards the backline and sets it all up. Beautiful fighting from LNG. The game is over. Gala has had enough. The hard engage Ezreal. It didn't work in game number 1. It works this time around though.
It absolutely does. Him and Scout combining for a masterful game 2. This is the LNG that needed to show up. There's still some big question marks to finish it off, but it's big.
They even up the series. We're going to 3 games. My goodness. So Jin for Xiaoya. It is Haichao taking the Zeri mid. I mean, there's plenty of damage elsewhere in the composition for Jin to follow up on. It does feel good, but the Maokai once again for Weiwei.
Gala, and this is the kind of decision-making, the cleanliness that we want to see from LNG, playing towards their strengths.
It's worth remembering as well just quite how long Meteor has been in the LPL. Like, when I joined the LPL in 2020, Meteor was already basically a veteran. He started back in 2019 on BLG. He was with BLG for a good couple of years as well. And he had a little bit of time off in between. He's not been a stable member of the LPL that entire time, but still very much a veteran voice within the roster. And within what is ultimately a fairly young roster with Haichao, with Xiaoya.
They said no more hard engage on the Ezra. We'll give you long distance engage with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Not going to have it just yet. It is coming up now, but LGD swooping in to take the grubs. And they are going to get grub again here, so they'll have a lot of siege potential in the back end of these fights we have to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, 6 grubs taken that. And Zika, in the meantime, had TP available, but chooses to stay in that bottom side. He's not the fastest Drake taker in the world, is he? The tree, but you know what? Meteor's on the top side.
It's not the Leandries. It's the Locket again. You know, he doesn't have the extra AP damage. He's a slow tree. He's going to have a lot of utility support for his team. Oh, no.
Hug manages to dodge away there. Oh, but the lilting
Open
lullaby
up.
waits for the shield to be gone and sets up for a bonus as well. Gala chunked Weiwei trying to block the 4th shot, but it hits anyway. Jin Zhao finishes the job. Weiwei just had to be the bodyguard, and now Scouts on the backline being taken apart. LNG out of nowhere just fall to pieces. All right. Herald started, as you say. TP comes up from Haichao to join in the mix. I think LNG posturing like they want to just back away from this one. Scout already on his way to the bottom lane. And LGD know that that's the signal for them to have this one uncontested. LGD, they have been running this early game. It was quiet for the first 10 minutes. These last few minutes, though, has been all about LGD.
And I have to talk about a big factor that has been now in this third game finally unlocked. It hasn't been in the rest of the series. Meteor is just so far ahead of Weiwei. He's going to be hitting these big item spikes. Lilia is a huge go factor for LGD, and we've seen Meteor be a big win condition for them in the setups for the team fight. So
I think also just being able to get into Weiwei's jungle, deny some of those camps, and extend that lead for himself. Herald going to come down in the mid lane. Drake is spawning in 30 seconds. Now guaranteed prio. Meteor jumps back to the rest of his team. This might be an overcommitment from LGD as Jin Zhao falls. Meteor has his sleep blocked from Gala as the falls shot, as the curtain call comes in, but Scout just threatens. He would have just killed Xiaoyu if the curtain call committed. And now the TP's come in and Birdle has been left alone because nobody else can stick around. LNG punish hard as LGD overstep.
this style of composition.
It's only 3-3 in terms of kills, but it feels like there's been a bit more than that going on, doesn't it? It feels like LNG now getting themselves a third Drake. That is a terrible time for LGD. Sorry, as they just try and commit through the bottom side of the river to get in and fight this.
Look at Haichao, who's trying to get a little bit of positioning over on Azika. He will spot him out. Enchanted Crystal Arrow!
No. Jin Zhao has to flash away, gets himself a shield, but can he survive? He walks away with his life for now as Hung tanking on that front line. Meteor gets a double sleep. Oh, it's only a sleep onto one, in fact. And Weiwei not the target he would have wanted. Curtain call is just going to be blocked. Everybody lines up on LNG. Zika can soak the damage quite happily. Okay, Gala gets clipped. Nice shot from Xiaoyu. There's a Hex Flash
Round 2
from Jin Zhao. Are they going to go for this one? It's a 50-50 in the pit. Drake down to 2K and Weiwei grabs it. And an Ocean Soul in a low health fight like this is beautiful. It's a 4v4 now as the fight continues. But again, slow fights like this are perfect with an Ocean Soul. Zika kiting away as LGD look for a way back in. But the slow coming out from Hung sets up for a chase down. Scout chasing onto Haichao. The longest fight I've seen in a while as LGD trying to kite away, but the slow's coming up through. Gala goes wide on the volley though, but there's no tower. There's nowhere to run away to, and Zika finds a stun. Jin Zhao goes in, but Scout's flanking on the top side, and LGD being corralled onto the wrong side of the map. The damage isn't there for LGD, and LNG, it's slow, it's excruciating, but it's a fight nonetheless.
I can't believe it. I mean, that's just gotta feel so unfair for LGD. Full strength LNG, and they absolutely come to pay the tax here. Haichao is in a lot of trouble.
Oh, really nice roots from Weiwei there as well. Does it where Haichao wants to run to? So Haichao essentially just has to stay close to a Maokai, and with a pick on the enemy mid laner as Baron is on the map. I mean, this should be pretty much free.
Yeah.
Meteor only just respawning now.
And if you look, I love to look at the kind of mindsets, the feelings that we're seeing coming out of the players. Haichao very, very upset with himself in that one.
Get control of this map. One of the things that they have been good at is controlling side lanes well. It's always been something Scout's been decent at. And now Zeka gets to move in into the top side. And Scout's just going to recall again. I guess he can afford an item. Will come into the mix as well. And with the cannon, the bot lane tower goes down. If they can finish tier 2s on both sides of the map, even if they haven't broken the base, this is still a huge win for LNG. That is a 3,500 gold Baron play, plus a tier 2 that went down after.
Really big swing of the lead. Now almost 4,000 gold up for LNG. And
now trying to use that top side of the river as a way in, as LNG start the Elder off out of vision.
There's the setup here on the Zika, but I think you have to watch the trigger pull.
Arrow goes between the posts there, but a flick back onto Jin Zhao, gets the solar flare down, but it's gone. Oh, with Ocean Soul as well, they can just keep this going. Birdle knocked back into the fray, and the all-out pulls him back over the wall. My goodness, LGD just taken apart on this one. Beautifully done by LNG. Not even entertaining Elder Dragon. No 50-50s here. They know they can just win the fight straight up.
They took the loss in game 1 heavily. You saw them come out in game 2 and absolutely smack LGD down, and maybe put an insult to injury there on the Haichao. He will be there and taken down. Oh no, it's LNG in a rightful place here though, Munchables.
Haichao gets his recall cancelled, TP's in to try and save the game, and just gets one shot. That's LNG finishing things out. A very solid game number 3 to end the series. They keep their position in the standing.
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.